Namaste everybody. I have prepared a short video for the school level students about question tag. I think most of the students from grade 8 to grade 10 will get benefit from this video. Question tag. Question tag is very short form of question used for the confirmation of the statement. Affirmative statement has a negative question tag. For example, he is going to school, isn't he? A negative statement has an affirmative question tag. For example, he has not painted a picture, has is. Words, adjective, adverb, and pronoun that makes a sentence negative are not, no. For example, no one, nobody, nothing, no money. No one, never, seldom, hardly, rarely, scarcely, barely, neither nor. These words make the sentence negative. So, if these adverbs are used in a sentence, then we should write the question tag in positive. For example, I have no money. Have I or do I? We can write in both ways. They never walk in the morning, do they? A barking dog seldom barks, does it? Strong, in question tag, we should write the auxiliary verbs with not in contracted forms. For example, is not is written as isn't. Am not is written as aren't. Are not is written as aren't. Likewise, shall not, shan't. Will not, won't. May not, mayn't. And this way, we should write the auxiliary verb with not in contracted form in question tag. Students, when there is not given auxiliary verb in a sentence, instead of main verb, we should use do, does, or did. For example, she ate rice, didn't she? In this sentence, the main verb ate is in D2 form. That's why did is using here. And in the next example, he goes there, doesn't he? Goes is in B5. So, it does is using here. In next sentence, they play games, don't they? Plays in B1 form. That's why do is using here. Now, let's see another example. If has, have, or had is used as a main verb in the sentence, we use do, does, and did in a question tag. For example, has. Instead of has, we use does. Instead of have, we use do. And had, we use did. For example, Ramila has a breakfast, doesn't she? I have a new car, don't I, or haven't I also? We can use because have means on possessions. Now, with the auxiliary verbs, if there is the use of has to, have to, had to used in a sentence, instead of this also we use do, does, did. For example, you have to write an essay, don't you? My father has to buy a laptop, doesn't he? He used to talk more in the class, didn't he? Students, sometimes we may get confused when there is use of apostrophe s with the subject. For example, apostrophe s plus bing, it means before. If there is given in active voice, then we should understand apostrophe s means is. And if there is given subject plus apostrophe s plus v3, we should understand it is in passive form. So apostrophe s means is here. And students, let's see another example. Subject or apostrophe s plus v3. It means it is in active form. That's why we should understand here apostrophe s means has. You get more clear after reading the examples. Let's see. He is writing now, isn't he? Apostrophe s plus before is using here. So we should understand it means apostrophe s means is. Let's see another example. C has written an essay, hasn't she? Apostrophe s plus v3 is using here. It means we should understand it. Apostrophe s means has here. Now next one, the cow. The cows are sheep, isn't it? Apostrophe s is using here. It is in passive form. That's why we should understand apostrophe s means is. That's why the question tag of this statement is isn't it. Likewise, run a student, isn't he? Students, let's learn another rule of question tag. Let's say if better is using after apostrophe d, then we should understand it apostrophe d means had. And student, you know, if there is a written v3 after apostrophe d, then in this case also we should understand apostrophe d means had. Likewise, if the word rather is used after apostrophe d, then we should understand it apostrophe d means would. Likewise, if there is the use of main verb v1 after apostrophe d, in this case also we should understand apostrophe d means would. Let's see the example. You had better leave this place, hadn't you? The word better is using here after apostrophe d. So in this case we should understand apostrophe d means had. That's why question tag becomes hadn't you. And in next sentence, apostrophe d after rather is using here. Let's see. She would rather go swimming. That's why wouldn't she is using here. Let's see another example. He had seen him, hadn't he? The main verb is in v3. Apostrophe d, if there is use of apostrophe d plus v3 in a sentence, then in this case we should understand we should understand it apostrophe d means had. And the last one, he had see him, wouldn't he would see him, wouldn't he? Apostrophe d means here would. So question tag would is. Students, you know, in question tag, the subject should change into personal pronouns like he, she, it, they. According to the subject, it stands, but sometimes if there is given there and one as a subject in a sentence, then it is not changed. It is written as it is given. For example, there is a cow in the shed, isn't there? One should speak the truth, shouldn't one? Likewise, instead of there and one, we use same. Another example, something is moving there, isn't it? All is well, isn't it? All are well, aren't they? help him want it. These subjects are changed according to the situations into it and they. The subjects no one, none, nobody, someone, somebody, everyone, everybody, anyone, anybody. Generally, we know that these subjects represent the singular form and it takes singular verb in a sentence. But in question tag, these subjects are changed into they. That's why in question tag only we use plural verb with this subject in only question tag. For example, nobody knows the way to they. Everyone was running away, weren't they? Someone has stolen my pen, haven't they? If there is imperative in a sentence, we use question tag like this. Let's play a game, shall we? If there is use of apostrophe s with let, in this case
नानी
we use shall we. And if a sentence start with let only, then in this case we use will you. And other imperatives also. In the other imperatives also we use will you. For example, let me dance, will you? Write your homework, will you? Then write on the wall, will you? Thank you. We'll meet with you in another video.